Let's take question number 1. The question number 1 is, find the coordinates of the point which divides the join of -1, 7 and 4, -3 in the ratio 2:3. First of all, we will observe and understand the question, then only we will use the formula, that is the standard rule of CREATA classes. So let's observe the question. In the question, 2 points are given, -1, 7 and 4, -3. Let's assume the first point as A and the second point as B. One other point is given which is on the line segment AB, which is dividing the complete line segment AB into the ratio of 2:3. Let's assume that point as point C. This point C is dividing AB into the ratio of 2:3. And we have to find the coordinate of this point C. So we have understood the question. Let's apply the section formula. So this is the section formula through which we will get the coordinate of the point C, that is x and y. Here M1 and M2 are the ratio in which this point C is dividing the line segment AB. So M1 is to M2 is 2:3. M1 is 2 and M2 is 3. The coordinate of point A are x1, y1 and the coordinate of point B is x2, y2. So we got M1, M2, x1, x2, y1, y2. Let's apply the section formula for x coordinate. Let's put the value. On solving, we got x coordinate as 1. Further, let's use the y coordinate formula. We know M1, M2, y1, y2. Let's put the value. On solving, we got y coordinate as 3. We got x coordinate as 1 and y coordinate as 3. So we got the coordinate of point C as 1, 3. That is the answer of the question. Let's move to question number 2. Find the coordinates of the point of trisection of the line segment joining 4:1 and -2, -3. So let's observe the question. In this question, 2 points are given, 4, -1 and -2, -3. Let's assume the first point as A and the second point as B. In the question, the trisection word is used. It means this line segment AB is divided into 3 equal parts. Trisection, 3 equal parts. So these are the 3 equal parts. Let's give the name to these 2 points as C and D. So AC, CD and DB are the 3 parts which are equal. So we can say the ratio of AC is to CD is to DB will be 1:1:1. Got it? All the 3 parts are equal. And in the question we have to find the coordinate of point C and coordinate of point D. So let's proceed with this question. If you observe, the ratio of 3 segments are 1:1:1. Can we say the ratio of AD is to DB is 2:1? Yes, we can say so. This portion is 2 and this portion is 1. Or can we say the ratio of AC is to CB is 1:2? Yes, we can say so. AC is 1 and CD plus DB, that is CB, is 2. So by combining the 3 line segment or the 3 segment of this line AB, we can get various ratios and we can use these ratios and the section formula to get the coordinate of point C and D. So let's see how we approach this question. Firstly, let's find the coordinate of point D. Can we say the ratio of AD is to DB is 2:1? Yes, AC plus CD is 2. So we got AD is to DB is 2:1. We can say M1 is 2 and M2 is 1 and coordinate of point A is x1, y1 and the coordinate of point B is x2, y2. Now we can apply the section formula. We know M1, M2, x1, x2, y1, y2. So let's find the coordinate x. Let's put the value. On solving, we got x as 0. Further, in the similar way, we can get the coordinate y. We know all the inputs. Let's put the value. On solving, we got the coordinate of y as -7/3. we got x and y coordinate of point D, that is 0 comma minus 7 upon 3. So we got the coordinate of point D. Let's find the coordinate of point C. Here, if we only see the line segment AD, can we say the ratio of AC is to CD is 1 is to 1? Yes, we can say so. We have removed the line segment DB. Here we can apply the section formula. The ratio of AC is to CD is 1 is to 1, that is M1 is to M2 is 1 is to 1, and the coordinate of A is x1 y1 and the coordinate of point D is x2 y2, that we have just calculated as 0 comma minus 7 upon 3. We know all the input of section formula. Let's use the section formula for x coordinate. Let's put the value. On solving, we got x as 2. In the similar manner, let's find the coordinate of y. We know all the inputs. Let's put the value. On solving, we got y coordinate as minus 5 upon 3. So we got the coordinate of point C as 2 comma minus 5 upon 3. We could have also got the coordinate of point C if we have used the ratio of AC is to CB, that is 1 is to 2. But we have not done because that will be slightly lengthy because the ratio are 1 is to 2. Here we have taken the line segment AD and the ratio are 1 is to 1. 1 is to 1 is simpler as compared to 1 is to 2. Just we can use any of the approach, the answer will be same. And you should know all the approaches. Got it? So we have done with the question number 2. Let's move to question number 3. Question number 3 is, to conduct sports day activity in your rectangular shaped school ground ABCD, lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each. 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 meter from each other along AD as shown in figure 7.12. Niharika runs 1/4 of the distance AD on the second line and posts a green flag. Preet runs 1/5 of the distance AD on the 8th line and posts a red flag. What is the distance between both the flags? If Rashmi has to put a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment joining the two flags, where should she post her flag? So this is the question. Figure is also given. Let's observe the question. A playground is given in the rectangular shape ABCD. So this complete area is the playground. On the line segment AD, 100 flower pots are placed at a distance of 1 meter. It means that the total AD will be equal to 100 meter. We are having 100 flower pots and each flower pot is placed at 1 meter. So the total distance of AD will be 100 meter. Further in the figure, it is also given 10 lines drawn with the chalk at 1 meter distance. So the gap between all this white chalk line is 1 meter. Further, Niharika, one girl, one student, runs on the second line, and she posts the green flag at a distance of 1/4 of the total AD. Here AD is 100 meter, so basically Niharika posts the flag at 1/4 of 100 meter, that is 25 meter. So Niharika on the line 2 posts the flag at 25 meter. Further in the question, Preet, another student, also run, but she is on the line 8 and she posts the flag at 1/5 of the distance AD. Again AD is 100 meter, so basically Preet posts the flag at 1/5 of 100 meter, that is 20 meter. So we got the location of the two flags by Niharika and Preet. If we observe this rectangular ground as an coordinate plane and the point A is 0, 0, that is the origin, can we say the line segment AB is x-axis and the line segment AD is y-axis? Yes, we can say so. On the x-axis, we are having 10 lines. So basically these 10 lines, that is 1 to 10, are the x coordinate. The x coordinate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Niharika is running at the coordinate 2 and Preet is running at the coordinate 8. Further, AD is the y-axis which is divided into 100 units. So we can say all these 100 units are the y coordinate, like 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 100th coordinate. Niharika runs up to the distance of 25 meter, basically up to the coordinate of 25. We have divided the AD, that is y-axis, into 100 coordinate. So Niharika posts the flag at the coordinate 25 and Preet posts the flag at the coordinate 20. So can we say the x coordinate of Niharika is 2 and the y coordinate of Niharika is 25? Yes, we can say so. So we got the coordinate of Niharika as 2, 25. 2 is the x coordinate and 25 is the y coordinate. Similarly, we can say the x coordinate of Preet is 8 units and the y coordinate of Preet is 20 units. So we can say the coordinate of Preet or the flag coordinate by Preet is 8, 20. 8 the x coordinate and 20 the y coordinate. So we got the two coordinate. Let's give the coordinate of Niharika as name n and the name to Preet coordinate as p. Further in the question, it is also given the third student, Rashmi. She also has to run on any of the one line segment, that is a white chalk line, and she has to post the blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment joining the two flag. Basically, if we join the point N and P, that is if we join the line segment joining the two flag and we find the center point, at this point Rashmi has to post the flag and we have to find the coordinate of this point. So let's give this point as name R. So we got 3 points N and P whose coordinate we know, and the last point is R whose coordinate we have to find. Let's assume the coordinate of point R as x, y. Now are you observing how we have visualized the question and we have converted the complete scenario into the coordinate plane figure. Now we can easily apply the section formula and solve this question. We know the two end coordinate as x1, y1 and x2, y2, and we also know the ratio, that is m1 is to m2 is 1 is to 1 because the point R is exactly at the midway. And we have to find xy, that is the coordinate of point R. We can simply apply the section formula of the midpoint. So this is the section formula. Let's put the value. We know all the inputs. Let's find the x coordinate. On putting the value, we got x coordinate as 5. Further, let's find the y coordinate. Let's put the value. We got y coordinate as 45 upon 2. That is basically 22.5. So the coordinate of point R is 5, 22.5. Here 5 is the x coordinate which is symbolizing the fifth chalk line. The fifth line on the line segment AB, this line. And 22.5 is denoting the y-axis or the y coordinate, that is 22.5 meters. So the location of the flag posted by Rashmi is at fifth line at 22.5 meter. So that is the answer of the question. Got it? Let's move to question number 4. Find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points -3, 10 and 6, -8 is divided by -1, 6. So let's observe the question. In this question, the 3 points are given. Firstly, let's talk about the line segment whose two endpoints are given. The first is -3, 10 and the second is 6, -8. Let's name the first point as A and the second point as B. And further, one more point is given which we are assuming as C. The coordinate of point C is -1, 6. This point C is dividing the line segment AB into some ratio and we have to find that ratio. Such type of questions are generally asked in the coordinate geometry. Let's see how we should approach such type of question in which we have to find the ratio. Whenever we have to find the ratio, we will not assume the ratio as m1 is to m2. We can do so, but in that way the question will become slightly complex. In place of m1 is to m2, we will assume the ratio as k is to 1. Here k is basically m1 upon m2, but for the time being just assume that the ratio is k is to 1. Here the point C is dividing the line segment AB into the ratio of k is to 1. By doing so, we got 1 at one end, that is 1 in the place of m2, which makes the solution much easier. So we got the coordinate of point A and B, that is x1 y1 and x2 y2. We also got the coordinate of point C, which is the dividing coordinate, which is basically x comma y. And we got the ratio m1 as k and m2 as 1. We can use the section formula to solve this question. Let's apply the section formula for x coordinate. Putting the value, solving, we got k as 2 by 7. So we got the ratio as k is to 1, which is 2 by 7 is to 1. Let's multiply 7 on both sides. We got the ratio as 2 is to 7. So basically the point C is dividing the line segment AB into the ratio of 2 is to 7. So that is the answer of the question. Again, note that whenever you got the question in which we have to take the ratios, we have to calculate the ratios, just take the ratio as k is to 1. It will make the solution much easier. Got it? Let's move to question number 5.
Find the ratio in which the line segment A 1, -5 and B -4, 5 is divided by the x-axis. Also find the coordinates of the point of the division. Here this question is talking about 2 points, that is point A whose coordinates are 1, -5 and the second point, that is point B, whose coordinates are -4, 5. These 2 points are joined by a line segment and this line segment is divided by the x-axis. And we know on x-axis the y coordinate is 0. If we assume the point P means the point which is dividing this line segment into some ratio, and this point P is coming on the x-axis, means the coordinate of this point will be x, 0. Here we have assumed the x coordinate of point P as x, and we know at x-axis the y coordinate will be 0. Okay, so we got the coordinate of point P as x, 0. Further, let's assume this point P is dividing this line segment into the ratio of k is to 1. Here m1 is to m2 we have assumed as k is to 1. Okay, got it. For simplicity, we have assumed m1 is to m2 as k is to 1. Further, we have to calculate the ratio in which the point P is dividing this line segment into. We also have to calculate the coordinate of the point of the diversion. That is, we have to calculate the coordinate of the point P. Okay, so let's use the section formula. Here m1 is k, m2 is 1, and x is x and y is 0. Firstly, we will take down the y coordinate because we know y is equal to 0. We know y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. We know y is equal to 0 and m1 is equal to k and m2 is equal to 1. Okay, let's put all this value and the coordinate. On solving, we got the value of k as 1. That is, the ratio k is to 1 will be equal to 1 is to 1. That is, the point P is dividing this line segment AB into the ratio of 1 is to 1. Okay, got it? We got one part of the answer. Let's move to the second part where we have to calculate the coordinate of the point P. And we know the coordinate of point P is x, 0, means we have to find the value of x. Okay, let's apply the section formula. We got x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. We know all the values. Let's put it. On solving, we got x as -3 by 2. Means the coordinate of point P, that is x, 0, will be equal to -3 by 2, 0. This is the answer to this question. Okay, got it?